Hey, so about the pre-tribulational rapture, John says there are over 500 volumes. Seriously doubt this. Okay, that everybody was pre-trib in the early church. It's like I couldn't even think of something that is further from the truth. Okay. Um, Listen, Polycarp, who the pre-trib camp is, Lee Brainerd's book is going to tell us that he was a direct disciple of John, the apostle, and therefore John taught the pre-trib rapture, and John says in chapter 1 of Revelation, I am your brother in the tribulation. He had already been tried to be assassinated by boiling him in oil. Okay. Finally, they exile him to Patmos. Okay. And Polycarp, he was placed to be burned. All right. And the flames came up, but they wouldn't touch him. Okay. And you're going to tell me that Polycarp was pre-tribulational when they were burning Polycarp to the stake. They finally came up and pierced him with a sword. All right. Irenaeus. Everybody's going to say, oh, listen to what Irenaeus was beheaded. He was martyred for being a Christian. And you're going to sit here and tell us all that Irenaeus was pre-tribulational. It's just not so. Let me read you some of the quotes from these guys. Yeah, so Irenaeus, here's a quote. And they, the 10 kings of Revelation, shall give their kingdom to the beast and put the church to flight. But John indicates the number of the name, now Antichrist 666, that when this man comes, we may avoid him, being aware who he is. Irenaeus, 140 to 200 AD. So you're trying to tell me that this guy who just said that is pre-tribulational? Like, hey, look, we need to know how to recognize the Antichrist so we can avoid him because the church is going to be put to flight. Look, it's just not true. Here's another one. This is the pastor of Hermes, all right? First century. Those, therefore, who continue steadfast and are put through the fire will be purified by the means of it. Wherefore cease not speaking the things into the ears of the saints. This then is the type of the great tribulation that is yet to come. And finally, Cyprian, so that we, the church, must and stand prepared for the battle, a severer and fiercer fight now threatening. Look, 500 volumes that everybody was pre-tribulational. No, John, that's misinformation. Okay, read Against Heresies by Irenaeus. He is overwhelmingly post-trib. What Lee Brainerd has done is literally cherry-picked one phrase, comma, in between the commas, and tried to make it sound like he was saying that we're going to be raptured before the tribulation. Look, guys, just not so. This is disingenuous, all right? This is misinformation that is disingenuous, that is being put out by the Lee Brainerd pre-tribulational machine that is out there because they know that this doctrine is being found out by Bible readers. And their whole system, somebody's about to pull the rug out from underneath it. Christians are waking up. But look, to come out and literally mischaracterize all of the people that were martyred. Irenaeus was martyred. Polycarp wasn't pre-trib. He was martyred. Okay? He was burned at the stake. Listen, this is disingenuous. John the Apostle never puts in one word of any pre-tribulational. To say that it's just a lie.